Hello and welcome to another episode of Bare Bones Wargaming, a show with no bells, no whistles, no frills, just a man, a camera, and his game. Alright, today's episode, short episode, but I thought I would share this just in case some of you are on the fence about this game, or you have the first edition. Now the second edition has just come out. So I thought I would go ahead and do an unboxing on the latest release from Compass Games, at least in terms of games, period, not necessarily new titles, that just arrived today. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way from here. Okay, as you can see, this is, the lamps are going out, second edition, just literally landed on my doorstep earlier today. Still in shrink wrap. So, let's take a look inside, see what the differences are. First thing I can tell you right away is, I'm pretty sure the way it feels, this sucker's got a mounted mat board. I'm pretty sure that's what I read before too, when I was looking at the second edition elements to it. Alright, cover's the same of course, other than the second edition obviously. The cards are supposed to be different, so that'll be interesting. I know some people did not like the swings. If you all remember, last year I did a video on this game when I was doing my World War I run, so to speak, with it. So let's see. There we go. Okay. A little errata already, but nothing big there. As you can see, it's very simple, very cool. Some white dice. Let's save the cards for later. Rules of play. See if there's anything really big or different here. Like I said, I think one of the things that's big and different here deals with really the technology cards. And I think maybe the way the technology is done now. Just trying to look here at the sequence of play. It doesn't really say anything different, so maybe the cards are different. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. But the rulebook seems to be pretty much the same. It's got nice examples like it did before. So, production phase, U-boat attrition, production spending, technological advances. Just kind of skimming the rules here to see if there's anything new as far as that goes. But I'm not seeing anything right now. Because I know there was some discussion about some things being different. But off the top of my head, I'm not seeing anything a whole lot different yet. So, extended example of play, which there was before as I recall. So, alright. Okay, so I'm not seeing a whole lot different there. Oh, there is something here though. Designer notes. There's something about the tech there. Russian winter. Now I know that was discussed before about, you know, there's no effects of the Russian winter, because I mean usually we all think about the Russian winter with, of course, World War II, but not so much World War I. So, be curious to see the difference there. The event card descriptions that there are here. And that's kind of nice. I don't remember if they had this in the first edition with all these described in detail like this. I don't believe so, though, to be honest. I didn't look at my first edition before I opened this for you all. I just opened this straight out of the box. So everything very detailed about everyone, and then there's some optional event cards. Flamethrowers. Now I know that did not exist in the first one. Very cool. There's a U-boat one. Gallipoli. Gallipoli demanded. Yeah, okay. The Italian offensive in 1916 that ended very badly. Isonzo maybe? No. Not sure about the pronunciation, but that's there. Okay. Some other ones back here too. Tsar takes command. Okay. Now we are kind of up. Rasputista. There we go. Alright. So, some interesting things. Look like maybe one of the big things might be some optional cards. Let's see, reference cards look pretty much the same. I'm not seeing a whole lot different there at all. There's 2 of those. 2 for each side, actually. The counters pretty much are looking the same too. Maybe a little sharper in color, but falling out easily enough. You see, I just punched that one out just by handling the sheet. So I'm not seeing a whole lot different there either. We'll take a look here at the cards. Let's see if there's really a whole lot different with the cards. It almost seems like, and maybe I'm wrong here, but well, they combine them. Okay, I see now. There's like the Central Allies are combined with Germany in the deck. But the print on the cards is still pretty small for those of you like me that have the old eyes kind of thing. Okay, so some Western Ally event cards there. Convoy system, Fokker, which actually is an easy word to change into. Okay, we'll try to keep this a family show. Royal Air Force created, okay, that kind of thing. So actually they're mixed up, because when I'm looking at the backs here, you can see there's different colors. So one package is not just, you know, one side or something like that. It's pretty much a mixture. But there are those optional cards, which definitely look very interesting. I don't know if that will throw things off even more. Here's a bunch of German ones, but that's pretty much what I remember from the first edition. So I'm not seeing a whole lot different here as far as that goes. So, alright. Well, that's cool. There's plenty there of the event cards. I'm just trying to look and see. So everything must be mixed together quite a bit, because I'm trying to find some of the Allied technology cards, and I'm not seeing a whole lot. Well, there's one. Okay, so the cards seem to be the same quality as before. I'm not seeing anything different as far as that goes. Now, of course, the big difference between this edition and the first edition, and no, it's not Kenny Rogers. The big difference, of course, is the mounted map board. So let's just take a look at that bad boy here. Whoa, I think it's a little bit bigger, actually, than the paper map that came with the original one. But I'm not 100% sure of that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But there's a nice mounted map board this time, which, you know, I know more and more people are really after those mounted map boards. So, alright. So, well, hold on. You know I gotta try this, even though I know these need to be separated later. Yeah, that sounded pretty good. That sounded pretty good going together as far as shuffling goes. So it seems like there's some extra things here. There's definitely the second booklet, which did not exist in the first edition of the game. I'm sure of that much. I'm not seeing anything different on the map from where I'm at here off the top of my head. There's, well, no, I take that back. There is over here. There's these little whites up the snow. So you got all these snow symbols here once you get past the usual area. Minsk and Kiev, the Kursk, Smolensk, Russia, Estonia, Petrograd, and Moscow all have the winter symbols on them. Interesting that they're not down here, though. So, that, of course, seems to be one of the big things. Seems to be the winter weather. Which, again, was not really addressed in the first one. And I'll be honest, I don't know enough about World War I on the Eastern Front to know just how much weather played a factor in impacting what went on there. So, it'll be interesting to see the differences on that. Although I probably won't be getting to this game next, because to be honest, I think what I'm going to do next is something I have not done to this point, even though I've owned this game for, I think, almost 2 years now. I'm actually going to try to get a pragmatic war to the table. But I thought I'd show you this, that way some of you missed out the first time around if you're thinking about this. It seems to be, you know, the same kind of structure and everything from what I'm glancing at here. But again, those optional cards are interesting looking. The weather will be interesting to see how that's going to affect things as far as Russia goes. So eventually I'll get this out to the table and kind of kick it around a little bit and, you know, kick the tires and check out the new situation. So, all right. So there you go. That's the new edition available now from Compass Games. They just finished their Kickstarter and nailed out their pre-orders as well too. So you can look for that if you're interested. And again, you know, if you've been on the fence about this or you missed this the first time around, you know, here's your chance to go ahead and pick it up if you like what you see. But again, the biggest thing, well, the three big things that are here are the modern map board, the optional cards that you can use, and then of course the snow spaces, however that is going to work out. All right, next episode, I'm not sure where I'll go next episode here. Again, I'm going to mess around with the Pragmatic War, I think, next. And then, I'm not sure, like I said, I've been doing a lot of Pacific Theater stuff, but again, a lot of the Pacific Theater games I've already shared with y'all. So, you know, while I'm doing that, it's kind of hard to do episodes. But again, I'll see if I can swing in some reviews of some games maybe that I've done in the past, but I've done playthroughs but no review attached to it to kind of, you know, cover that time, so to speak, because I try not to go too far in between episodes, but it does happen. Alright, so there you go. Second edition of The Lamps Are Going Out, World War I from Compass Games. I will say the box is nice and sturdy, so that's another thing. Alright, so this is Tim Korchmar from Bare Bones Wargaming, saying hopefully you liked this look here. You can make your mind up if you want to pick it up or not. And again, it's possible, although not 100% certain, that the next time you hear from me, maybe this. We'll see how it goes. I did play No Peace Without Spain, and I did enjoy that. So we'll see how this one goes in a, often, in my opinion, often underestimated and underappreciated military conflict, especially if for no other reason than Frederick grabbing Silesia, which, you know, became so important in terms of resources down the road for Prussia, and then of course eventually Germany, and even today. So, although I think some of Silesia is now actually in Poland, if I remember my post-World War II geography. It's been a little while since I studied that carefully. So, alright, so there you go. That's what's inside the box. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.